I'm John Iwana. We are here live from the Hoonigan yard at SEMA, people. Check it out, the shark cart back there. They just killed it. They killed it, and then they actually killed it. This is a place where they're playing around all day with the awesome cars that the guys in the Hoonigan garage make. And we are going to be going live, playing Forza Horizon 4 in the Hoonigan gaming tent in just a couple minutes. We got Vaughn Gittin Jr. We might have a special guest, Tanner Faust. We've got Hurt. We've got Dan. We've got Suffering. And, well, of course, you got me, unfortunately, hosting the show. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be having a great time playing Forza Horizon 4. And right next to where all this awesomeness is happening, here, live from SEMA, people. Let's do this. We got a crew.
Solid
here.
crew.
Yeah, you're sitting on the couch. We're going to be playing Forza Horizon 4. In fact, Vaughn is actually playing Forza Horizon 4 right now. Something I didn't know. You own this actual car.
I do. Yeah, I figured if I was going to be able to beat something up right now, I might as well do something I'll never do in my own car. So we made the same color, lead-foot gray, Ford GT. Blacked out the wheels, and I'm trying not to smash into trees right now.
Well, I love trees, as many people know, but with that car, I would probably avoid the trees.
At all costs.
But you don't have, what I understand, you don't have a lot of respect for the car, because you were just out there destroying the tires on it. Your drifter comes out even driving this.
Well, I think, I wouldn't call it a lack of respect. I think I just like to do things that are supposed to be done with vehicles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Very
I have a great respect for it.
Yeah.
But, it's a car. It's got 4 wheels, plenty of power, and they deserve to be driven. They went through a disastrous task of, being built by hand, and, someone needs to use them. So that's what I'm about.
Yeah, and if I had an opportunity to burn the tires off of a car like that, I would absolutely do it, too.
Just go in the water.
You know what? I don't think mine
It should go in the water.
floats. I think it will.
Oh, 2D. Now that we're probably not going to see in real life.
Okay. No, I'm not doing that.
That was kind of disrespectful.
That's the best thing about Forza,
rude,
though.
man.
You can do the things that you would never do.
Right.
And there's zero consequence.
Now, as a practice run for drifting the Nurburgring, did you drift it in Forza?
Forza, 7.
Okay.
Definitely did a lot of my visuals and choosing the spots of the track that would be linkable, and just really getting those marks. The brain doesn't know the difference of real or virtual as far as when you're playing or experiencing things like that. So for me, it was super key. In fact, while we were there, I even brought Xbox and played between the nights of the shoots.
Sweet.
So that we could nail it without destroying my car. I destroyed a few times in game first.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of different drivers that Forza games are really functional in that way to just get familiar with the track and learn the layout, because we have a millimeter perfect representation of it. And then, watching the video is really the only way to really experience what you did at the Nurburgring. That extended cut I watched earlier, that's the way. You got to watch that whole thing to see all of it come together. Was there a moment that you thought what was the highlight of drifting the Nurburgring?
Yeah, for me, it's been just a massive dream for a long time. I think we've all played the ring in games, and I went there in 2011 and did some tourist laps and just fell in love with it. And I swore to myself I'd figure out a way one day to drift the ring. And so really just being there, first of all, just being there and seeing my car on the track at the start line was the most surreal experience. And then once I actually got to get going, all these sections and everything that I had planned really kind of went out the window, because everything changed, at well over 100 miles an hour sideways.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, but, some of my favorite sections were the Adenau Forest and some of those really long linky sections. But the scariest part of the whole shoot, to cut to that chase, was the Flansgarden jump. And the speed that you get just leading up to that jump. I was in 5th coming down the hill and just clicked 6th, and going over that jump, and then as soon as you land, you have to flick it sideways, and it's literally like a 90-degree turn. So it was everything I could do to slow down, throw angle in the car, and make the turn without dying or hitting the wall. That was staring at me like I'm doing in the GT right now. But yeah, it was intense. The most intense thing I've ever done in a car in my life
Now,
was the
just
Nurburgring.
as advice, Ian is from England, one of our producers here, and he told me that when you go to England, the stone walls actually don't break away.
They don't move like this. I've never hit one,
Pro tip.
but they are like legit castle walls. In fact, I play Forza 4 at home, and I keep forgetting that I'm in the UK and I should be on this side of the road.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Sometimes those drivatars will come at you from anywhere.
They're ruthless, man.
So how fast were you going when you caught that bit of air? Was that about 120, 130?
Well, sixth gear tapped out was about 155. So it's probably like 120. Whoops.
So you're at the rev limiter in sixth gear.
Yeah, it
and
was,
you're
well,
900
just click the
horsepower.
rev limiter in fifth and then shift to sixth. So it's probably about 100, I would say 125 horsepower, or sorry, 125 miles an hour. And then just to do everything you could to slow down. So super intense, but very fun. In fact, I think I ended up having to do it like 3 times because the first like real time wasn't good enough. So we had to,
Wasn't good enough.
we had to get more air. So I had to go faster. And I remember asking Andy, our director, like, do I really have to go faster on this? But it was nuts.
When you're doing that, are you scared at all, or are you just living the dream and being thrilled every moment?
The Nurburgring, I'm not gonna lie, was a bit scary. Like that morning when I was suiting up, I was like, man, do I really want to do it? Am I really doing this? Do I want to do this? And I just had to reassure myself I did. But there was a couple sections that were a bit sketchy and a bit out of my comfort zone for sure, which is really cool because I've been doing this for 15 years and I don't, I'm not being arrogant anyway, but I don't quite often get out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
The Formula Drift tracks I've been doing for a long time, and while I'm constantly pushing myself, like there's only so much physically you can do at those tracks. So being at the Nurburgring was, enabled me to go beyond and do something that no one's really ever done at that level. And I was scared in multiple sections. In fact, it's a really interesting thing about the ring because I definitely, you can't see it in the video, but I made a few mistakes from what I was trying to do. But every time I did, the ring was there to catch me. Like, it's really hard to explain, but like the curbing, like at the perfect spot where I went a little bit deep was like just tall enough to like let my tire catch it. And like, here you go, Vaughn, you're not going to die right now. Like it caught me and helped me make it work. So there was a couple of those moments, where, I was coming in so hot and just hoping that I was going to be able to slow the car down. Because like I said, it was everything kind of went out the window from what I thought it was going to be once I started being sideways and hitting those sections,
Yeah. Now you guys have seen that video. What are your thoughts? You gonna take the Torque Stallion and do this someday, you think? Or
I'd probably fall apart. But, that's just, I can't imagine anyone not wanting to take their car to the ring and doing what Vaughn did. Like any of the iconic tracks in the world, to take your car there and smash is like dream come true stuff. So
yeah, and drifting is banned there, except for you. You've now set a precedent.
Yeah, I begged and pleaded and borrowed to get that done, and it is forbidden. But they were all about letting it happen, and they're all about safety, and it was very interesting getting it all to process through. But it was fun to work with the ring and get them to step out of their comfort zone as well.
Now, one of the things I've asked a lot of drifters when they've been on my shows or when I've talked to them, I love the idea of the 360 entry, and you just ripped that up at the Nürburgring. How do you feel about that in Formula Drift? Is it an exhibition only kind of thing, or is that kind of like the motorcycle backflip or the monster truck backflip thing that things can go to the next level?
Yeah, I think I think one, it's very fun, right? And I think it's a very a testament to just being precise and being in full control of the car, even though it looks completely insane and out of control.
Yeah.
But I think from a competition level, I think it'd be really impossible to have during head-to-head battles, during tandem
360 entries.
Yeah, that would be just everyone destroying their car every lap because it's so challenging to do. But I think it'd be dope in qualifying, if they would allow that. But I think it's kind of like a backwards entry where it's super cool to do and exhibition-wise, but in competition, you have to have that balance of it's the lead car's job to provide a chaseable run for the chase car. So backwards entries and 360 entries and things like that are, don't really provide that key, proper chaseable run that you need to have a good battle. So, but grid life and just fun events, and I'm all about it. Like, it's so fun. There's nothing like massive speed, ripping a 360 and then landing and drift and keep on going. I mean, it's
At the frickin'
so
Nurburgring.
rewarding.
Yeah.
And funny about that shot, like I did that. That was a second shot, just nailed it. And the first shot I went in and just drifted it, and then second shot I did a 360, and then we started doing it with other cameras to get other perspectives. And one of the times I made a big mistake, went up on the curbing, and blew the oil fill hole bolt out of my diff. So I leaked oil all over the ring. Sorry.
6th gear.
And so that happened.
Right on, dude. Well, it has been so awesome to have you here in our live stream. I know you've got a million other things to do here. Kayla, do you have anything you want to
Is your guys' first SEMA?
This is my first SEMA.
This is also my first SEMA.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, so SEMA is super rad, right? I mean, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome when Hoonigan's got set up here. I'm actually here driving Ford out front all week.
Oh,
so I've
cool.
got my demo car, Chelsea Anopa's in one of our RTR Spec 5s. So we'll be doing tandem demos, giving rides. I've got my Ultimate Fun Haver F-150 here. So Ford's built a jump that we'll be launching over and just giving rides, putting smiles on faces. But you guys have got to go check it out.
I call first dibs.
You guys, you need to get in for a ride for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm
just
on it.
checking SEMA out. Like, this is where all the newest of the new, like, you'll see things that, we might not see in the industry for a year or two here that, just everybody's brain just kind of laid out on a platter for you to check out of the automotive industry. And, super dope car builds, a lot of really wild, like, you step back, like, what were they thinking kind of builds. But at the end of the day, it's, like, super cool, to see everybody's creativity and passion, whether it's from their garage or a renowned builder. So really,
I can't wait.
really pumped.
Tomorrow we're going to be meeting up. I guess I'm going to get a ride along with you.
Sick.
So I always like to say, you can't scare me. So
Okay.
do whatever you want, because I know you don't want to wreck your car. I'm looking forward to it. It's been awesome having you. I know you
Sick.
got to
Well,
catch a
thank you.
flight. You got stuff to do.
We have a press
Kayla, you're
conference
gonna drive now?
rehearsal thing. Who wants to drive the GT?
Nope. You.
Oh.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I'll drive the GT.
Gas on the right.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be waiting to drive the real one, Vaughn.
All right.
Okay.
I got you.
Right on, dude.
All right, bro. Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
There.
Good to see
Some
you.
of this.
Later, man.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming,
it,
dude.
y'all.
Awesome.
Later, y'all. See y'all around.
All right.
Have fun, you
He's
guys.
All right,
jumping
man.
out of here.
All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, here we go.
Is it your first time playing? No, I'm just kidding.
Can you take a look at chat and see if we got any questions there? We get some
Yeah.
shout outs to some of our friends out there.
Aw,
This
Race
is a big
Boy's
deal.
here. Maybe one of the most important people in the chat
Now,
for the first few seconds. Levon's here. I haven't seen him in a long time. Foontang. Hi, Foontang.
yeah.
I thought I saw. Yeah, D0. Hi.
Where's my
Thank you
house?
guys for sticking around.
I'm gonna go.
Let's
here.
see. Man, I should have sat on the other side.
Can you squint a little bit?
Yeah, maybe if I squint a little bit, it'll help.
Do you need new glasses? No. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go buy a new house and get us another car. 'Cause, I mean, the Ford GT is very, very sweet, but I think Vaughn showed it off very nicely.
But can you do better?
No, definitely not.
It's pretty slow.
It does, isn't it funny that,
Yeah.
that
Stock?
it does actually feel slow compared
Yeah.
to like a S2 class or X class car.
And did you just buy this one while we were
I
hanging
bought it.
out?
I
Or you
bought
had
it for
what?
Vaughn.
Oh yeah, okay. Aw. Aw.
I
That's
didn't
so
know
sweet.
that he had a Ford GT. The only one I've ever seen is the one that Alan, of course, has, our studio head. So we get to. I feel a bit spoiled because every
Yeah.
day we go into work. I mean, we're sitting there looking at a Ford GT Heritage Edition in the lobby, along with a Porsche 919 race car and the P1 mock-up. So we're kind of spoiled.
Yeah, that's a good question. Will we be able to see the Hunu truck?
Ooh, what's that about the Hunu truck?
Can you download it?
Can,
right now?
can we see the Huna truck? Do we
Oh.
get to see the Huna truck?
Well, I guess if you stay tuned to this stream, you just might see the Huna truck. In fact, it might even be coming to Forza Horizon 4.
It
I
might
don't know. You might already know that, but this might be somewhat of an official launch of that awesome event coming.
Straight from the mouth of the car horse.
We will actually have a really cool video. Yeah. Hurt, have you?
Yeah.
No,
You'll
the
see
Huna truck.
Yes.
this is an amazing thing. How much of that have you been in the build process of that? Have you seen it up close?
I've seen it up close. I was a part of the Gymkhana 10 shoot.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of camera work during the Hoonigan Trucks piece in that video, and the machine, I mean, it was freshly built. Ken had no seat time in it, and he drove the wheels off of it. It was amazing.
That's kind of how he likes to do
I mean,
things.
yeah, that's typically...
He's like, don't show it to me, I'll just jump in and
right,
kill it.
that's well, they just take so long to build because they're serious vehicles. That's not some like 2-week build. It's a long process in planning
a month?
Not even. Yeah, that's probably along the lines of a year, maybe even 2 years, depending if you want to include, all the rendering and pre-planning and all that stuff behind it. But it's an insane machine. Seeing it live is like, I mean, the only other thing that compares to it is the Hoonicorn. Yeah, and that's my baby.
Legend.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Now you have been doing a whole new level of stuff since we last hung out on a live stream. Tell me a bit about what you're doing with Twitch and the whole new series that you are rocking.
So basically, we've been making content on YouTube for so long, and there's all this other extra content that we can make, there's all this other stuff that we do, but we have nowhere to put it. So we figured, okay, let's kick off a Twitch channel, and when we're building something that doesn't need to be on camera, we can show it live. Or a lot of us play games in-house, me specifically.
Yeah.
I've been playing Forza from the beginning, and I just love that game. So, I mean, this gives me an opportunity to share my gaming experiences with other people who love watching live streams.
Yep.
So there's a lot of that going on, and then just trying to keep growing my fleet of cars in real life too.
So what you've got the Twerk Stallion, of course.
Yeah. So
you've
got
like a Suburban or
Jealous.
something like that.
The Twerk Stallion is in a good place, nice, happy, running. I'm just leave it like that for a while.
Until you drive it again.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't driven it. I've been just kind of cherishing it as is. And then I'm also in the process of building a FD RX-7. So the motor is out to a machine shop right now, and then Angel Motorsports and I will, once we get that back, we'll throw it together.
So one RX-7 is not enough. You got to have 2 generations.
I have 4 RX-7s.
But
we don't need to talk about
this problem. I
we don't have to talk about that though. But I also have the Denali, which we're going to turn into a tow rig.
Okay.
So I can actually pull my RX-7s around.
So you're going to put a tow hitch on it then?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to make it sick. Just watch. We're going to do a full build on it. Make it like an off-road Twerk Stallion. Call it the Tow Stallion. That'll be a fun.
Tow Stallion.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah, no.
please.
What? Bleep that out.
But that's the main thing on my list right now. And Rob and I are talking about doing some unprofessional builds, putting rotary motors in cars that they don't belong in, and just spending a lot of time and money on cars like usual.
Also, you are correct. Automatic hand shift or hand brake nub. That I would like a shirt that says that actually. Thanks, chat.
Yeah.
Danger Dan in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
All right, I will pass this
so now
to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. I guess we're just follow the yellow brick road here, the blue line.
Oh,
we're going
okay.
back to.
That's something I do.
We're gonna go buy another house.
Oh, okay.
Just another one,
and
no big deal.
then we're gonna switch to a Hoonigan car.
I
then
gotcha.
you can pick one there. We got to go buy this little house here. I don't have a house on the ocean yet, aside from my
nice.
castle. Okay, so hit X, and we're gonna view the house. Just a nice little country home
Danger Dan.
for the weekends. And once we buy this house, then we'll be able to buy cars out of here. So go ahead and buy it. 500,000.
No big deal.
No big
Oh, whatever.
deal. Yeah, just throw down for it. You can check me out there. You like my shirt, Kurt?
It's pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
And the gold shorts.
The
You got
shorts-
gold shorts just like that, don't you?
You are pimped out. You're
Yeah.
all the
Shorts
way
are-
pimped out.
Shorts are great.
Yeah, I mean, I used to
like
rock those kind of shorts all the time back in the 80s, and now I can really only do it in the video game world because
I don't think I've ever rocked those shorts. I've just
Oh,
never
dude,
had.
We can fix that. We
you
got
are
you.
missing out on some serious
Pretty-
attention.
Forza branded gold track
Man,
shorts.
I
Get
think
a
it's
nice
just-
breeze.
It's just too
going.
much thigh for me.
Yeah.
I need
got a
better
lot of
thighs.
thigh. I got a lot of
A
thigh.
one more time. Yeah, it's a huge opportunity, especially if you're streaming. If you show up in some shorts
Yeah.
like that, maybe a gold hat, some
Yeah,
gold
yeah.
shoes.
It
maybe
messes
some
with everybody's
Galaxy
head. You
leggings
got
to
an
go with
automatic
it.
advantage.
Okay,
That'll
now
cost you.
go.
wanna
Let's
see
go
me
to
in
the
those
garage
shorts.
and my cars, and let's click all the way over to the right to Hoonigan, and then you can pick one of the Hoonigan cars and rock one of those. Should be super fun.
I have to sing the alphabet in my head.
Oh, which one do we
And
get?
who are we
though?
talking to here? This is Dan, one of the Hoonigan guys, runs the shop. You do the Build Biology show, And
Build biology. I do garage. I've also done crew view, field trip. I'm pretty much on almost everything we have at the moment.
there used to just be one thing. Well, and this for me too.
Yeah.
I used to do one stream.
Just
Now
one
I do
thing.
3, and you're in charge of 4 shows, and you're in charge of how many shows on Twitch.
It's the
You
same.
can't even
Just-
count
I
anymore.
have no idea.
It's a streaming wonderland
all
out
we do
there.
is smash. We just smash. Yeah, we don't.
That's what we do here. You guys have set up. Let's talk about, either one of you guys tell me about the Hoonigan yard here, what's going on here.
Yeah.
What's going to be happening tomorrow? What has already happened today?
Well, a couple of months ago, we did a live venture of our yard antics at LS Fest West. So basically,
Which you're kind of like...
we lifted the yard up and took it to this event, and
Okay.
we invited a bunch of cars that were at the event to come and do build breakdowns live for the fans and obviously for camera. So we basically decided that'd be an awesome thing to do at one of the, this could arguably be like the biggest automotive convention. I don't know. I don't want to say something wrong, but this is a massive automotive convention. So we figured.
I mean, isn't SEMA the biggest automotive convention in
That's-
the world? I mean, that's
think
the way
so.
I think of
I
it.
think so. Yeah, that's the way it feels
It
for me.
feels like that.
So
We're tagging it here and now.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. So
It's set in stone.
we
There you
figured
go.
we
Nice
figured
job.
why not bring that, because that was our first time doing anything like that. We didn't know that we could do something like that and it do well, and so we tried it. It did well, so we figured let's take it to SEMA, and now we have a lot here at SEMA that looks a lot like our space. A little tighter, a little more dangerous, but that's a little more fun. So
Definitely brings an excitement factor.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, those.
Yeah, so we'll be doing live shows 2 times a day starting tomorrow. I think 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. And then only on Friday it'll just be one show at 11 a.m., which we'll be showing on our Twitch every day, along with showing you guys the show. So just make sure to tune into our Twitch and enjoy the smashing.
What's the Twitch?
Twitch.tv/Hoonigan.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can one of my
Yeah.
mods put that in chat, please?
Drop it like it's hot.
Twitch.tv/Hoonigan.
So yeah, what's going on in chat over here? It's so hard, I can hardly see
They're
over
just-
my eyes. Or
Watch me screw up Hert's car. That's
you're drifting on the beach, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, at
I
least
feel
let
like
me-
this needed to happen.
Let me build it for you at least, man. Dang.
Yeah, put some snow tires on it and a rally suspension. Now, there was a recent Forzathon challenge where it was like get 5 million skill points, and it was a weekly challenge, and I did it all in one show.
Whoa,
That's how you rock it right
That
there.
was amazing.
We've got some people, some of our regulars. DJ Lime is a huge YouTuber and streamer that's out there. We've got Focused River 62. I've never met him before, but that's awesome that he's joined us. Rockin' Rich, I actually hung out with yesterday. Took me down to Fremont Street. He lives here locally. He's an awesome one of our
Surprised you
regulars.
made it back alive.
We didn't do anything
Whoa.
really crazy.
what was that?
I don't know,
Ripping
but
by.
I'm going.
Go
after
get
that
it, go
guy,
get it.
yeah. That was cool.
Oh, Focused River right there.
Apparently, he's got some skills to show off.
Yeah,
and
he
he
just
brought
ripped-
him here live.
he just ripped
Yeah.
a wheelie.
Take him out on a, now DJ Lime
the
has some
dude?
really amazing
that the
driving
wheelie machine?
skills.
Was that dude doing a wheelie?
He probably is. He's an amazing tuner. Yeah,
What?
check
Oh my
it out.
gosh.
An Ariel Adam.
12
You're gonna
o'clock,
wheelie?
boys. 12 o'clock,
Right into the
boys.
tree.
Taking
DJ
down
Lime,
trees.
a man after my own heart.
How do you do wheelies?
It's a tuning. It's all
Tuning?
tuning and softening the rear suspension.
Oh, dude, I gotta learn this.
You can do it. And DJ Lime probably has wheelie tunes out there. So if you're tuning up a car, you can probably just search for
Okay.
wheelie tune.
Definitely
and
gonna
there's a lot of
happen.
people out
Oh,
there
yeah.
that do that.
As soon as I get home, I
It's
plan
a
on
desire
wasting
thing.
the rest of my night.
John's
figuring
car,
this out.
of course, is an awesome wheelie car. The gasser, is made
Oh,
to,
really?
to
Yeah.
take off like that. And some people will make them so they'll do standing wheelies. Some will just make them so that they just compress and take off like you would optimally do at a track. But yeah, no, we got a couple different twerk stallions going here. Looks like we've got Don Juan Song has now joined us.
Oh, man, we got all the
These
big
are some
names.
big names in the world of Forza and streaming. In fact, between DJ Lime and Don Juan Song, I think they had a battle video that you can check out on their YouTube channels where they basically faced off. And these guys have
It was
driving
pretty epic.
skills that are they're not in that Forza RC realm. They could be because they're fast drivers, but they're stunters. So they're pulling off the crazy barrel rolls, backflips, e-brake into a parking spot from 150 miles an hour. They have huge followings, so
I
it's
like
pretty cool
doing
to
that.
have these guys on here.
Somebody did ask, they're kind of curious for you guys, what was the first car you guys owned? Like, what was the...
My first drift car was an RX-7.
First drift car.
Yeah. My first drift car was an RX-7, but before that, I owned a Civic hatchback.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like my first fun car, and that kind of guided me into this realm.
Oh, I love it.
Did you mod that car, or was it just a?
I modded it a
driver?
little bit. I wasn't, I didn't have a lot of money, so it was a lot of eBay mods.
Maxwell
and,
House coffee can?
Yeah, I actually made the cold air intake from like a dryer ducting from Home Depot.
Little duct tape.
Yeah, that was
Cardboard box.
If it works.
Piece of cloth over it.
Yeah. That I eventually drove through a puddle and blew my motor with. So don't do that.
So you started young with this wrecking of cars.
Yeah.
It's something you're good at that.
Race boy.
Once I got into a car, I was like, I love going fast, and so I just rode the wave from there.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I hit a tree really awesomely in a Forza game, I liked it. And then I found out that turns out I'm good at hitting trees, and now it's a thing. So I even have gear that says I love trees on it because turns out
That's your
I'm
thing.
good at hitting trees.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? My mom would be proud, I'm sure of that, though.
I love
Yeah.
that Race Boy joined us as well. Got a lot of big names
Wow,
in here.
this is a Sushi at
Forza
Triple X,
royalty.
Raceboy 77. These are some of the biggest names in Forza that you're playing with right now. And I should say, I mean, the biggest names in Forza playing with the biggest names in Hoonigan right here. What a combination.
Yeah, I'm going to be the guy to go the other way. I feel like that's the Hoonigan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sushi.
Sushi's
They're
got his
drifting-
Isetta.
they're drifting
A
one
wheelie
direction.
drifting
Oh my
guys
God.
now. Yeah.
That's sick.
That's a crazy
Are they
thing.
How you
Stunting
do a
on me
wheelie?
right now?
How you do a wheelie with one wheel?
Sushi's a
It's got two
scary
wheels in the back.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought.
it's automatic
They're like
setup.
this far
and
apart. Well, Dan,
automatic,
what
and it's-
was your first car?
My first car? My first car that I actually owned was a 1987 pickup truck. GMC.
Okay.
But my first drift car was a 95 S14, which
Who'd have
is-
thunk it?
That's what got me into everything that what I do right now. It's the first car I built, and I did everything myself. It was a swap that I'd not seen done yet, and I try and pioneer my way through it, and it was very difficult, and I learned everything I know today by doing that. So that's the car that meant the most to me anyway.
So like many people, you can say I owe everything to the S13.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. I love that car because that's what got me all the knowledge of working on cars, was just trying, what is this? Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's-
God, that is a new stunt I've never
Sushi
seen.
has taken weird things in Horizon to a new level. He really has.
Just knocked him. The unicorn just knocked him into the woods.
Yep.
They're fighting for camera time on this show. So now we got to
switch
go to
it.
you, Suffering. What was your first car?
Oh man, so I
Hurt.
did very briefly have
Show me how it's done, buddy.
There you go. Very briefly have.
Hurt driving his own car in Forza Horizon 4.
What was it?
I need to go back to the house and mod
I'd say it's a
this
Forza first, but
Jeep
you've
Commander.
probably done this already.
2006 Jeep Commander was my very first car.
That's a really nice first car.
Yeah. And I mean, I got it in high school, and all we used it for when I showed up in high school, we all go out and watch DVDs on the DVD player because that was like a really cool thing then.
it had DVD player?
Yeah. Yep.
And you do extreme cross-country events in it, don't you?
I mean, yeah, totally. I mean, I lived in Grand Junction, Colorado at the time, so we would take it out in the desert a lot. And obviously, I didn't know exactly what I was doing with it, driving-wise. I mean, I wasn't like talented or anything.
But you
But
had
we
full-wheel
came back
drive.
with a few dented rims a lot of the time. It was a lot of fun.
Instant respect right
Yes.
there.
About all we do.
If you can damage your car while having fun and not get in trouble, or maybe get in a little trouble,
It was worth
cool.
it.
It sounds like our
16-year-old
job.
me. So yeah. See,
that's what you guys do like for a living on a daily basis.
Do I have time to pimp this thing out?
If you want to tune your car, if you want to spend your
Yeah.
time playing with your car,
Yes.
tuning it up,
Do
you
it.
do it.
I can
man.
do it quick, I promise.
make it beautiful.
So I know
That's why I handed it back to you. I want that hurt tune, and then I'm gonna smash after.
You gotta make it spicy.
Are you a tuner out there? Do you put your tunes up for public?
I haven't. But I will once I get this car super dialed. I got it kind of dialed, but I want to.
I'm sure that people out there would love
Yeah.
to say, "I've got Hertz tuned
Yeah, that's
on my
a-
car."
Yeah,
That's a high prize right there.
There's a lot more I want to do to it for
And
sure.
you probably updated your livery to make it a little bit more like the most recent.
Yeah,
version of
someone
your car,
actually
too.
made that livery, so that's what I'm gonna do that here right now. What did I press? I did something.
Kira has something important to tell you. We've played the game enough to a point where she's like, "Hey, there's some new stuff to do."
Oh no.
All right, let's do
She's
this.
kind of rude that way. She just interrupts and
Yeah.
just tells you what you need to know.
Rude.
Kira, I'm racing. Can you not? Thanks.
Yeah, rude.
It's okay. She's trying to be helpful. Sometimes we're all wrapped up in
Notify you about some racing and stuff.
All right.
Nothing important.
Nothing important.
I don't want to know about the new stuff. I'm trying to drift it up right now.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so zoned out I don't even hear anything. I just be driving around doing nothing.
Yeah.
So SEMA hasn't even started, and I don't. Can we say you broke a couple of the cars already, or kind of broke them?
Shit car was tired coming into this.
What you looking for?
Okay.
Forza.
And you got a little work to.
Yeah.
Is it going to make it through the weekend?
If you,
It should.
Yeah.
It should. I think we can push it. I'm just gonna try a few little old mechanic tricks. Get it back
duct
out
tape,
there.
little baling
If
wire.
it doesn't work, we'll just put more nitrous through it and
Banana in the radiator.
a banana in the radiator. Why not?
Oh,
that sounds delicious.
Really, we're actually. This might be the last event on that motor. So
Oh man.
but we have another one.
is that the
have
motor, the
another
same
one.
motor that it came with you when you bought
Oh
it
yeah,
for $500?
Yeah,
the
it's
beginning.
that is.
I'm having
it's
to
made
say
it this
that
far.
motor's
Way on
bulletproof because you guys have
borrowed
been firing
time.
AK-47 shots at it for 2 or 3 years now.
Borrowed
Here I
time
am
to
just
say the
praying
least.
nothing
Yeah, it was on
shows
borrowed
up
time when you
delivery-wise.
got it.
Yeah, and now it's got boost, sort of.
I've done this
The
search
turbo didn't
before.
work out as well as we'd like, and then the nitrous to spool it up. I think the nitrous might be what's kind of hurting it, but
Well, you guys just kind of daily drive that thing softly, like to school and back, right?
I would daily drive that. I'm not scared of it. I think it runs great.
I'm not
so.
scared.
I mean, that poor car, it goes from like idle to red line, on and off,
Oh yeah,
and then
you
then
just
gets put away.
You flip it off. It's like a dirt bike. You basically just beat on it and then throw it in the garage and forget about it for a little while.
I think BMW owes you guys like a hand of thanks for like just proving how bulletproof their cars are
Yeah.
and what you can do to just absolutely.
Like, can we
torture
bring
them.
this car back? Can the 318i come back with new technology? Not new technology. Just give us a new one.
Can't it's from the past. It has a shifter. It's
Yeah.
a driver's car without nannies.
It's kinda
It's just a
depressing.
great chassis. It's back to the basics.
It's depressing to me that we're losing all the
one we'll have to
shifters and
do.
stuff.
I know.
Good
it's,
enough for the
it's
mice.
not necessarily making things better.
Nah, I don't know.
But I know
It takes away the feel of it. It takes
does.
away, I'd say, the spirit of it. You know, where you feel connected with it.
that visceral
Because
feeling where
yeah.
you feel it through your pants.
Yeah, exactly.
The seat of-
having some manual stuff it makes it feel
That should be a
alive.
bumper sticker.
Paddles,
Feel it.
it's just you're just going too fast. That's all. Just
Yeah.
real fast.
Yeah, I've read some articles though, and I want to believe them because I'm like you. I fear the future, right?
Yeah.
I fear autonomous cars. I fear electric cars. I fear the death of the manual.
Actual fear.
But some of these articles, they're able to put a decent spin on it that there is hope, right?
Yeah.
There is hope that for us possibly some of the back roads might become more available to us. There might be tracks that are doing more stuff for enthusiasts as time goes past. So I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Don't fear the future, right?
Yeah.
It's not the world of the
My
Terminator.
only fear is that I'm gonna have to become an IT guy to be a mechanic. That's basically what it's going
Oh
to
my
be.
goodness.
But there's always going to be an
so
abundance
much-
of cars. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still S13s out there for sale that are
Exactly.
untouched. There's, at least 5.
Oh, you know some? Because I will totally snatch those up.
Up in Seattle, there's an S13 convertible for like $3,500, and it keeps coming up on my feed, and I'm just
Yep.
like,
How
I
is
look
it
at
still
it,
there?
and it's like
Yeah.
comes with
It's
a
still-
5-speed
It's a vert.
swap. I'm
Don't
like,
hate me for saying that,
like,
but it's
ah.
a vert. That's why. It takes some love to make a vert good.
somebody's going to pick that up, and it's not going to be stock for long. I know that, but it's amazing.
Cage it right away.
Just how many 240s were really made. It seems like everybody buys them. Everybody's
Yeah.
converting them.
They're all grandma cars.
They were, yeah,
Yeah,
the grandma cars,
yeah.
and then they're turned into some cool dude or dudette's fun car.
Especially
Funny how that
mine.
works.
Mine looks like a grandma's car. It's just a S14, just kind of
The
old
K motor?
and frumpy. It has no motor in it at the moment.
Oh,
I
Oh,
bought
so it
as
doesn't
a
go
shell.
very
Flintstone
fast.
power?
I bought it as a project. So
Okay.
I plan to go 1JZ. Super power everything to me. So
Yeah, a friend of mine, Aaron Levitt, brought his totally stock S13 over, and that is still just a perfect drift car, just as is. Mm-hmm. It's just ready to. It's not going to make a huge amount of smoke,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's just ready to throw around,
Just
just
it.
straight out of the factory.
the old KA.
How's the tune going there, Hurt?
Oh, we're right there. We're right
See ya.
there.
Look at all these. Everybody's noting every little change that you're
Do
making.
not
They're like,
copy this tune. This is a trash. I'm just making it up as I go tune.
okay.
I'll show you my real tune when I get home. Okay.
What you could do, what you call trash, is way better than I could do if I spent like a weekend. Usually, when I make tunes, I'm like, I go test drive it, and I'm like, oh, I can't even drive it. You know, it was better stock, and that's not saying much.
Let's see what we're working with. Hopefully I did okay.
I get way too into it. I have to sit there for hours on end to just go and go and go.
You
and
know
get the car right.
what every little thing is actually doing,
I
right?
try to make it so realistic.
How do I find your convoy again now?
They'll find you.
Oh yeah, they'll come
They'll
after
be.
you.
You can probably see them on the map if you were to go to the regular map, but they will
Excuse me.
probably find you very quickly.
Well, they looked like they were in a good spot, so. Oh,
Are we
yeah.
all
Yeah, you
convening?
can see they're the little gray blips on there.
I think they're trying to tell you something.
All right, I'm coming.
They're like, dude, we're driving
coming,
with
guys,
her,
I'm coming."
Dan. This is, I mean, such
Is
a
this
cool
automatic
opportunity
or
for Forza
something?
fans.
Yes,
It is
I
automatic.
was doing the same thing.
What did I do again?
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Here, let me,
change the settings.
Yeah, I can't do automatic.
I was doing the same thing. That's why I gave it back to you to see what you think of it. I want to see
Oh.
you shifting gears, but not shifting gears.
So yeah, you just want you're in automatic right now. Down 2 more. Down to shifting. There you go. Manual clutch if you want. Sweet.
I want.
You like the clutch?
Oh, yeah, all day.
Just hang on it?
There's
you gotta be
no
able to-
reason to play this game without the clutch. I'm sorry, anyone who does. I know.
It's an evolution, right? I mean, we all probably started out playing with automatic because
Yeah,
it's
well,
one less thing to focus on.
Forza 4, there was no clutch, so.
Check out the Bentley, the drift Bentley suit she's
Dude.
got now. Oh my god.
The things he does in this game, I can't.
I can't even keep up with Drift.
Now
Man.
when are we going to see?
That's its official name.
When are we going to see a drifting Bentley in the Hoonigan garage?
I think we have a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind?
Yeah, a Silver Shadow.
Nice.
A Silver Shadow with
Big old Dodge V8.
a big old Dodge V8 in it.
And that thing is going to swing some donuts.
When
already
they
has?
fix it.
So it's a project underway.
It's a finished project that got broken immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Just tack it to my list of stuff to do. Eventually.
Now, speaking of builds, the Hoona truck is here at SEMA, and we do have a video that we're going to be sharing with our audience. Are we going to get to that soon? I think we're probably going to
You-
be sharing the
Yeah,
video of
coming
the
up.
Hoona truck
do we want to rip that? Let's rip it.
fairly soon here.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, we're not going to jump to that right now, but I just want to check in because that's for
haven't
us,
actually
for
seen-
Forza fans. I mean, that's people are going to be able to drive the Hoona truck
The Hoona truck.
before the Gymkhana 10 comes out.
The Hoona truck is a work of art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. All these like hand rolled aluminum pieces. I can't even fathom the amount of work that these guys did to this truck.
Now, how in touch with the build were you?
I just
Not at
turned
all.
around for everyone,
It was
and then
just
everyone
complete
turned around.
secret to me.
It was a secret.
But I
to
did,
you.
Teamwork.
I
get
did
to
get to
know.
see it in the shop and poke around it, and it is so cool.
Wow.
Oh my God, he's reverse
Absolutely.
drifting.
Get out of here.
These,
That's one of
no,
Don
you're
John's
playing with some
songs
people
things.
that are.
You've probably seen his Secret Service limo drift video
Yep.
that went. It's got like 150 million views.
Oh my God. How do you
People
get
thought it
that
was the
good?
real
How do you
Secret
get that
Service test
good?
Driving.
How is it possible to get that good?
That's amazing.
This is what Don does for a living. He
Yeah,
is a
this is his
pro
money, yeah.
stunter in the world of Forza and lots of different games.
That's so sick.
And makes his
That's it,
living
Eric.
off of his skills.
Oh, we got a new calling, man. We're
Yeah,
gonna start.
yeah, we need to get our life together.
Yeah.
You guys should reach out to him and do some
I
sort of
actually
streaming battle or something.
I just followed him on Twitch and stuff. So.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I've known him for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He's really cool. He really loves what he does, and he's got skills that are just. It's like, you know, some people. I can race pretty good. In 20 laps, I might be able to set a pretty competitive time. But then there's other guys like Don or these other top drivers where they'll just sit down for 2 minutes, throw in a lap while they're eating pizza or holding their baby or whatever, and it's
Or both.
5 seconds faster than
Yeah.
my best lap I could ever do.
Pizza.
You
and
gotta
a
do what you
baby.
gotta do.
Pizza and baby.
There's like, I don't know.
It sounds
it
like a
just
new
a
car
feel?
group we need to start. Pizza and a baby.
Pizza and a baby.
Pizza in one hand, a baby in the other, and a
That's my
controller
next
like this,
mixtape.
and they just kill it. Now these are my favorite spots too. These the big huge drift circles.
How does this feel so underpowered right now? Just put a 4-rotor in that.
Lots of grip. That thing screams.
It's a rotary.
Did you guys see that?
torque, bud?
How dare you?
Race Boy's got the unicorn. Did you guys see that little Mazda R100 over there that's got like
The
305?
305? did.
That thing's crazy looking. What an amazing build.
I haven't got to walk around and see anything.
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't seen anything yet. Someone sent me a picture of it though.
I did see the pictures.
Yeah, I've been running around. I was like, snap, 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 and I talked to the guy for like 30 seconds. I was like, did you say 700 horsepower and 18 pounds of boost? And he's like, yeah, and you can turn it up and get up about 1,200.
Wow.
Like, oof, isn't it a
That's-
little bit traction limited.
That's
He's
too
like,
much.
no, this thing does not break loose. It's got this crazy suspension. But that's SEMA, right? Here's where all the best builders are debuting their awesome stuff that they've been working on all year, or even longer in some cases, including the Huna truck.
Yeah, you see everything that's over the top. I like that.
It's a crazy place, crazy vehicles.
Now
But you gotta love it.
I saw the Escort is over there.
Yeah, the Escort here, the Huna truck, the Hoonicorn, his Ken Block's wife's Bronco is here. I'm missing one.
And they're out front there.
There's one more. The RS200.
The Utes out there.
The RS200's here also from Ken. We didn't bring our Ute. That's another
Josh Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Josh
Okay.
Robinson's. Okay. And are you going to be doing anything with like the RS200? You're going to drift that out in the yard there?
Oh, I don't think any. They're all in the show.
I don't
so.
even want to breathe on that car.
What about the
This thing is
Escort? That
super rare.
thing's totally flickable. That's one of my favorite Hoonigan cars from this
Yeah.
pack. That thing is just, ever since I saw it in the trailer, barrel rolling, over whatever it was barrel rolling over as the airplane's flying there. I was just like, oh, that is the first car I'm driving.
That thing's awesome.
Chad said you caught something on fire?
The Bronco.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They gave you 5 minutes driving it, and that's what
Yeah.
happened.
I didn't do it on purpose. All right.
It wasn't your fault.
I'm just a tester. I test things. I make sure.
It wasn't your fault. I actually noted that it could be a problem before we started, but we just let you do it anyway.
We built this thing super strong. All right, give it to Hurt. See if he can break it.
So what you're saying is you guys set me up for failure.
Nah, kind of.
Isn't that what you guys do, though? Sometimes?
Yeah.
That's part of the job.
That's part of what makes it all work. Yeah, with Jack Ultramotive,
We got it
a
figured
little
out.
bit of
though.
tandem there. Nice tandeming.
I can't get this thing to. I don't know what I did wrong, but it just won't rotate.
Now, what name do you have on your license plate?
69.
Just 69. Sweet. Woo!
I was too lazy to put my actual license plate is Pizza 69.
Pizza 69.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real life.
Real life.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Suffering, what do you have on your license plate?
Mine just says co-pilot. It says my gamer tag.
Oh,
I am the co-pilot to the community. It's my job.
you are. Yeah. And what's on your license plate? Do you know?
On Forza?
Yeah.
Danger.
I think it just says danger, yeah.
Perfect.
I think it just
Naturally.
says danger. But my actual name on there is Dreamsicle Dan.
Dreamsicle
Dreamsicle
Dan.
Dan.
I haven't heard that one.
I love it.
I have not heard that one.
Can you make those into stickers that are like pastel colors, like ice cream?
Yeah.
Ooh, you need a dreamsicle.
That's my name on Twitch as well. So,
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah, Dreamsicle Dan, that's what you'll find me as on Xbox and Twitch.
How about your gamer tag?
It's
Dreamsicle Dan.
yeah.
Okay, so send these guys friend requests. Dreamsicle Dan, and are you Hurt Life
Yep.
on in
Life.
the gamer tag?
Anyone want to try my terrible tunes?
John does. Challenge him.
It could use a little more love. I just don't want to waste any more time tuning.
I'll see what I can do. Since you're at the drift circle, I do feel pretty good about drifting at drift circles.
Show him up.
By the way, do you
Get
like my
it.
Avenged Sevenfold?
That thing's aggressive, man.
Lots
I
of
never.
skulls. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Whoa!
yeah.
In the trees right away.
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
2005.
Yeah.
All right, now that I've got control of this car, rather than watch me ruin Hert's car, let's take an awesome look at that Huna truck and Kazi video. This is going to be the debut video that we put together for this.
Yeah.
These cars are coming soon to Forza Horizon 4, so let's take a look at the video. It's going to be
Prepare
awesome.
yourself.
Can't wait. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All
Yeah.
right,
Let's do that.
Start your 14-day trial now.
All right. Hey, Hurt, tell us about the Huna truck and the Kazi. What can you tell us about those two cars?
Well, the Huna truck is a 6-cylinder twin turbo.
3 on the tree?
Excuse me?
3 on the tree? 3 on the tree? You're like, what?
Yeah, what?
I have a car with 3 on a tree.
It's it makes a ton of power. I'm pretty sure it's a Le Mans motor, right?
It's a Ford GT.
Ford GT.
Yeah, but it's the race motor, not the production Ford GT motor. The race version of that motor makes a ton of power, and it absolutely shreds. The chassis is fully built by Detroit Speed. No corners were cut whatsoever. It is just beautifully done.
What was the inspiration for that? Like, I mean, it's obvious. It's a Ford F100, right?
Yeah. Ken actually said his inspiration for that truck was the fact that he grew up in an old Ford like that. So he always wanted to build one to do what he does, and
his father had one, right?
Yeah, figured the time was now.
So he needed something to go to the dump with, and go to Home
Yeah,
Depot,
you know.
pick up some wood and stuff like that.
Something to tow his Hoonigan with.
Can you imagine seeing that going down the freeway?
Yeah, that'd be
You
amazing.
lose your mind.
Oh,
Go straight
yeah.
to the grocery store or Home Depot.
Yeah, it's an
No way.
amazing vehicle, man. It sounds like nothing I've heard, and it spins, I think, 315s on all four corners.
That is a lot of
Yeah,
rubber.
315s on all four corners and just eats them up. So
Now, does Ken have some special lungs? Does he wear a gas mask? How
his
can you-
helmet actually has a filter in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it get air pumped into him as well to like keep
He
the?
might have cool air also, or
Yeah.
fresh air suit or whatever they call that.
Because just riding with you in the shark cart, I mean, every once in a while, I mean, I had a mouthful of tire shards,
Yeah.
which tasted quite good.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things, you better be wearing some sunglasses or at least some safety glasses because it gets stuck in your face.
Now, what about the Kazi? Tell us a little bit about that.
The Kazi is just a really fun stage rally car, and that's really what he was going for. R.I.P. to the Kazi. He had a little hit in it, but it's coming back. Don't worry about that. I can't get over this guy drifting backwards. I cannot get over that guy drifting backwards.
And then
There's nothing
Don
wrong
up
with
there,
this tune. It
there's
drifts
both
smoothly,
of them.
dude. If I
Two of
could,
them.
So you're literally just doing opposite controls at that point?
yeah, I'm just on the gas,
Or
flat
witchcraft.
out and forth.
I don't understand the backwards drifting, but the Kazi is awesome. It was such a fun little car, it was somewhere in the 400 or 500 horsepower range when we saw it.
And the thing doesn't weigh but 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's
right?
a little car. It's an iconic car, and all-wheel drive donuts are really fun. Like it just spins it up.
Now, do you and Ken have discussions over the values of all-wheel drive drifting versus rear-wheel drive drifting?
Not really. I mean,
'Cause some people talk
they're
about that.
completely different. Like I wouldn't even call what he does drifting per se, just in the sense of it's just completely different. Like the way the cars articulate with all four wheels spinning versus the two wheels, and like things that a drift car can do, you can't do with an all-wheel drive car, and vice versa. So I just wouldn't really compare the two things. It's a style of driving that he has dialed in,
Created.
that not many people I think can recreate on that level. And say what
way.
you will about it, people say I can do that, I can do this, but nobody's doing it. So until then,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then to
Bring
put
it on.
those cars
Yeah.
in the settings that you guys put them in, with a storyline and everything, and the ultimate level of production,
Yeah.
it's nobody can touch that.
I mean,
Nobody can
I'm
touch
not
that.
going to say that. Somebody can touch it if they want to, but
They can
right
try.
now,
I'd love to see them
right now, that man he's a maniac. He builds crazy machines and he knows how to wheel them.
Yeah, this is it's so awesome to see what I feel like is a resurgence of car culture, and you guys are bringing that. You're keeping it alive. Where a lot of people would say that younger people would care more about their phone than having a cool car.
Yeah.
And here you guys are on Twitch, bringing it to them.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, don't forget about this stuff. You might be interested in the
And the-
Twerk Stallion and drifting and
Yep.
awesome car sounds and Gymkhana and all these really awesome things that you can't help but realize are really cool things.
Yeah, and the thing about it is we're just doing what we love. We're not just trying to push an agenda on anyone. This is truly what we love. It's what we grew up doing. It's what we're going to keep doing, what we're going to pass down to our children if we have them, and just all
Hopefully.
that stuff.
Hopefully. It's like, I wish my dad was into cars. Doesn't care at all.
No one in my
Not at all.
family likes cars.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
literally the
same.
only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Me
too.
They think I'm so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
And
They're
people
like, what
notice
do
that
you
difference.
Why you? They literally say to me, how many cars you crashed this year? And I'm like, I still have the same drift car, man.
Yeah, but that it's good. You got all the blood, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. Everybody's into their own thing, and there's different eras where cars have been the thing to be into. but you're always either a car guy or you're kind of not. And if you get it, once you jump into the deep end of being a car lover,
Yeah.
you're there.
Even my other hobbies
Yeah.
consist of cars.
There's a feeling that's just, you
gonna take
can't
that
match it unless you get in the car and smash it. Like, it's unrivaled.
And especially when you just smash it just a little bit, just to look cool, not actually damage the car and make it and wreck it.
Yeah, that's
But
always
just
the fun way.
little dents are good.
Yeah.
They're like
Oh, yeah.
trophies, you know.
Love taps.
There's
Yeah.
nothing more fun than showing up to the track. It's like when you came out to Grange that day. And I had been shredding probably 100 laps. You
Yeah.
showed up, but it was more fun when we had
Yeah.
all of our friends together and just
That's-
rip a few laps.
That's
It's
one
like,
of my base chase runs ever to this day, is chasing you around Grand. That was so much fun.
that was
There's
really
a
fun.
camaraderie and a brotherhood and a family that comes along with getting into a car scene.
That's
Whether
true.
it's VWs or hot rods or imports or drifting. And that's
Everybody's
what
willing to
Forza
help
is.
too. You
What's
know,
that?
everybody's willing to help. That's what I like about it. If you go to a drift event, there's a brotherhood there. It's like, all right, I've lost this or I broke that.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna help you fix it.
Yeah, it's a great industry.
Even at the highest levels. I was talking with Patrick Heald, who's Pro 2 driver. Got a really awesome S13, runs a K motor on a bunch of boost. And he broke at an event, and Chris Forsberg borrowed some stuff from him. And he was like, yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the top guys in drift, borrowing something from one of the guys that's coming up, and he's happy to give it. And like you said, there's that brotherhood there.
Yeah.
There's just no thought. Yeah, it's like, yeah, totally. You can totally use my thing.
I've had the pleasure to work with multiple teams in Formula D. There's John's car.
Yeah.
Doing
Hey.
wheelies.
You guys are doing an
Popping
awesome
wheelies
job
all
of
day.
covering
Popping
the show off
wheelies.
the cars.
I have to do that when I get home. I'm definitely gonna get John's car and just do wheelies.
Just
Oh
to do
yeah,
wheelies.
and that car looks so right, standing right on its bumper.
Yeah.
There are
I
some
can't even
great,
keep up with him.
there are some great pictures that people enter with that. Yep, yep.
Oh man.
This is amazing.
Yeah, we got the Hoonigan, we got the Escort there, we got John's car,
He's wheeling and
Full squad.
drifting.
Yes. Drifting and wheelies rules.
and he's got some big stuff coming up with that car. Tell me about. He's got a drag race that's
Oh
coming
yeah,
up.
he's got a big old race coming up, huh?
How's
John?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so John and Bad Daddy Brady have been working really hard to get that car together for a big race he has with Finnegan.
Who's Finnegan? Just so other
Finnegan
people.
from Roadkill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Finnegan from Roadkill has a gasser, same generation as that thing.
55 Chevy.
Yeah, makes a 900 horsepower or something
yeah,
like
I
that.
think
I
it's
don't know
pretty
much
close-
about his
pretty close to
car,
1,000.
but it's fast as hell, and they've been working on it for a long time. So, and John started building his car, and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you out." So they call each other out, and now John is trying to build his car up and get it dialed on the drag strip because Finnegan's car is already dialed. So hopefully, sometime soon, you'll see those two gassers lift and wheel right next to each
Oh,
other.
man.
And so will that be a Roadkill episode and a Hoonigan?
It'll be a collaborative
like a
effort.
collab,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be a collaborative effort.
That's a really cool thing.
John can
I
cut
think
a tree.
NHRA's on board too.
That's one thing he's got going for him is John can really cut a tree.
John,
he
Nice.
can
John,
he
yeah,
can drive.
John
Okay.
looks like a nice, tame dude. He draws amazing. He's an amazing artist. But when he gets in the car, you ever seen that video of the old grandpa like shifting the crap out of them gears? That's John. That's John.
Oh, it's got the twin mill over there.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. We're
Oh,
gonna be
man.
doing some stuff with Hot Wheels tomorrow.
The
That's
Ford
super
Transit
cool.
van. That's probably the
Look.
most fun we've ever had.
Yeah, we
drifting.
drifted one of those in Poland a couple months ago. It had a BMW M5 engine. Yeah, it was
It was
insane.
so much fun.
It was insane.
The guy driving it at Foon, he's like, it hurts my hand so bad trying to drift this.
Oh my
And-
goodness.
So somebody
all
just
these
came
guys
and said,
drift
"Hey,
on
do you guys
wheels?
want to borrow my
No,
van?"
they're on
Yeah.
controllers.
Okay, okay.
And
There
you're
might
like,
be some on
yeah,
wheels,
sure.
but yeah.
And it was the most fun we've had, and probably a pretty long time.
was
for me, 'cause
amazing. It was
I
amazing.
could not wipe the smile off my face all day.
Now,
was
what is
hilarious.
it about the drifting the transit van that makes it fun?
We don't know.
It's the van.
Yeah, we have no
Drifting a
idea.
van.
Mystery.
It's so
Yeah.
awkwardly huge.
He pulled it up and we were like, oh cool, it's a van, really not stoked. And then he's like, drive it. And we're like, okay, I'll drive your van. And then we drove in and we're like, oh my God, I love your van. It's so amazing. I never want to get out of it.
The fact that
You
you
can just
can't.
roll gears.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
And so stable.
It doesn't make sense.
M5 motor, a built
Yeah,
M5
so that's
motor.
built
Built
stock
M5.
450 horsepower or something like
Yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
stripped out on the inside, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just a race van.
So is this something that we might see the Hoonigan
Oh, it's
Garage
already
doing
on,
in the future?
It's on the bonus channel.
Oh, yeah.
So head to
Yeah.
Hoonigan bonus channel, look for Danger Dan and Hurt shredding a van. Yeah, it's amazing.
and laughing like little kids.
Yeah, it was so
That was
good.
so much fun.
So,
You know,
The guy was
so
a madman too.
Yeah, I had a
He put
blast.
on a hell of a show himself.
And that was in Germany?
Poland.
Poland, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often talk about, I feel how lucky I am. I sit around and play Forza and talk about cars for a living, but you guys are next level. What you guys are doing at the garage, what you're doing here.
I'm trying to get on your level, man.
Yeah,
It's hard to
Yeah.
call it a job.
I'm trying to get on your level, John.
we like this. We enjoy this.
Hey, I just want to say for you guys out
Okay.
there to respect the mod team. This is the E for Everyone stream. Just want to put that reminder out there. While having fun, be good to my
Be good.
mods.
Be good.
Yeah.
And-
But yeah, we have a pretty good
Okay.
team job. I'll say that.
Yeah, there's
I think
there's
he's still a bit
all
more than pretty
kinds of
good.
people out there watching streams and being a part, and some people just need to know that we're family friendly,
Right.
And then some people just don't care. So that's why we've got our mods out there. Oh,
Oh, I like that sound.
That's Bad Daddy Bratty.
woo! Do you hear that? Do you hear that in the background?
Yeah, that's Bad Daddy
There's
Bratty.
actually there's
Oh,
some pretty cool stuff going on here. So I think
They're gonna put on
we're
a shred
probably
show.
going to be throwing out to some guys out here. Does that sound like the T-Bucket out there, possibly?
That's
Yeah.
a T-bucket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like it's starting up, yo.
Pretty sure he's
No.
gonna blow the tires on this one.
Now the shark card
I thought he already
really
did.
easy to drift around, but that thing makes some smoke.
No. Yeah, that thing makes a
Yeah.
ton of smoke. That's
So-
1,000 horsepower twin turbo LS. So
In something that weighs about 1,100 pounds.
if on a good day, yeah.
On a good day. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
So you can hear it here. We're going to be cutting to the video of a little bit more good times out here in the Hoonigan Yard. If you're in the Vegas area, I'll tell you, the place you got to be right here.
Right here.
At SEMA. This is open to the public right here. You can just walk down the sidewalk and
Oh,
see
yeah.
what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to be an exhibitor. You don't need to be a VIP. You don't need to be media.
Yep.
You can just walk right down the street
The
and
fence
watch these
is
guys
right
rip it
there.
up.
Just come watch.
You can watch us rip out there, and we can try and destroy you in the simulators.
Yeah, either or.
That's,
Or you could just stay in a hotel anywhere in the vicinity and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
By far one of the coolest weekends to be here. There's just, there's supercars ripping it up and down the road. There's everybody who's brought something special is
Oh, yeah.
out rolling the boulevard. Just an awesome weekend to be
Aw.
here. If you're a car person, SEMA's been a dream of mine to be able to come here, and I'm so happy to be here this weekend.
it's actually my first SEMA as well.
Oh, dude, yeah,
What?
we're virgins together. Breaking it out
Aw.
hardcore this weekend.
I've
This
been to
is
Tokyo
nice.
Auto Salon,
You
but I've
too.
never been to SEMA.
Yeah.
First timers,
cool.
first time Seamers.
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 Coined.
First time
right now.
Seamers. Hashtag first time Seamers.
See it, Seamer.
I think this is my 10th SEMA.
Sorry, Hurt.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Yeah, so we are. This
You're like, SEMA, man.
is Turn 10 is here. Suffering and I are here. We're live at SEMA. We're going to be showing you some cool stuff over the course of this show. Tomorrow we are going to be doing lots of cool stuff. Tomorrow there'll actually be a video that's upcoming.
Yep.
So keep your eyes, on this channel, and keep your eyes, on the Forza Facebook social, on the Hoonigan social, and I'll tell you, this is going to be an amazing weekend. It's going to be something to remember, whether you were here or whether you just saw some of the cool stuff that went on.
Yeah.
If you're new to Hoonigan, go look it up on the internets right now.
Yeah, if you're
Learn
like one of
yourself
the
some
one
Hoonigan.
people, if you're the one person that hasn't watched the Hoonigan video, now's the time to watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be working with Ken Block tomorrow. We're gonna be hanging with Von Gittin Jr. some more. He's gonna be taking me for a ride along in his car. I challenged him to try to scare me. I don't think he's going to. Who knows? We're gonna hear the Hoona truck run. We're gonna have a walk around.
That
with
dude
that.
does drift wheelies. I'll let you know.
Yeah, the RTR Mustang.
Oh, he does drift wheelies.
I was reading about that, and it's got a unique setup, right?
Yeah. He can do wheelies, man.
That's
He's
it's
impressive.
so cool that he
won the last round of Formula Drift. He's
At
really
Irwindale.
impressive to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the fastest tracks in the whole circuit, and he's got the oddball setup.
Yeah.
But it obviously works for him.
Works really
and when
well.
you see those front wheels off the ground when he's at full drift at 80 miles an hour and smoke pouring out the rear,
It's actually hilarious to me.
yeah,
It's
it's,
insane.
It's so, it's
even
so
if you're not a
sketchy
car
looking.
person, you see that and you're just like, oh my god, what did I just experience? I want
Yeah.
to come be a part of this.
Definitely an
Yeah.
attention catcher.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose in the burnout
Yeah.
box to him and
Oh.
Chelsea DeNofa, just to scare people. It's intimidation.
Folks,
I
we
mean,
have
it
got,
is close to Halloween.
It is close to Halloween. That's another reason to be in Vegas this week, is people are dressed up for Halloween. And in Vegas, you've already got a lot of people that just dress up.
Anywhere, yeah.
Stand in
You
places
can't
after money
tell.
and stuff. And
You can't tell if it's actually just
Well,
Halloween or just Vegas?
Or if they're just.
Oh,
And hey,
wow.
we have got a special guest coming in here.
Hop on in.
Hey,
Who's this guy?
What up?
Nice
Welcome
to
back.
nice to see you. What's up, Tanner Faust? So here we are. We're at SEMA. The Hot Wheels thing is happening this weekend. Tell us about that jump. I know we talked about it years ago, but that's still one of the most amazing stunts anybody's ever pulled off and lived from.
That jump was it started off as like, hey, would you break the world record for the longest jump?
Here in Vegas, right?
It was at the Indy 500.
At the Indy
right before
500,
the
okay.
gentlemen start your engines, and it was like, oh, that sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And then it turned into like a drawing with like the two ramps and then a tiny little piece of lint in the middle that was like the truck. It was like, and that's to scale. And it's like, okay, it seems like a pretty good idea, I guess. And then it turned into, well, we'll just start off slowly. We'll just get you in a car and do like a little jump, and we'll try that out. And then the jumps just started getting bigger and bigger, and before you knew it, we were like actually going to do it.
And what was the distance? What was the
The record was 300, and we did 332.
because you landed almost at the end of the ramp,
Yeah, it was
and then slid sideways.
There's like a 240-foot gap, and so it's basically goalpost to goalpost in a football field was the jump. And they did it in a cool way, though. You know how Hot Wheels works. I mean, they did it in a cool way. So they did it like a replica of a toy that I had called the V-Drop, which was connected to a door, and then you would like crank your truck up this ramp that was connected to the door, and then it would use the gravity coming down the door to get the speed to do a big jump. And so they made a door that was 100 feet high, and then they winched the truck up onto the door, and then counted it down and just dropped the truck down this insanely steep ramp and then hit it.
I mean, did your stomach must have that's way more than
What
any
stomach?
roller coaster. Did your stomach come up into your mouth and you're just like,
Yeah, the first time was I was thinking that, okay, I'm just going to let off the brake and let it idle over. But it was such a steep hill down. The front went over and the back went in the air. And there were no guardrails or anything like that.
man.
And
how high up in the air are you there?
100 feet, 10 stories, and straight to concrete. And so then it came down as like on the gas and left these two big skid marks down the ramp. And then it was like, okay, this is 100 feet's pretty serious.
Was that a locked diff or?
It was a race truck out of like the Lucas Off-Road Racing Championship.
What goes through
basically.
your mind on something like that?
Don't do that again.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's it.
it's
One
like
and
you get
done.
away with it. You know how it
Yeah.
is. You get away
Yeah.
with it, and if you got away with it, so
Yeah.
you're not going to repeat the same step. So then you just drag the brake over the edge, and it was like 3.5 seconds in the air. It got to be pretty big.
Seems like forever.
That's some hang time.
It was a bit because you could if air got underneath it, it would start to backflip. You could hit the brakes and get the nose to pitch down like a motorcycle, but just not as much as a motorcycle. When you hit the brakes, so it stalled the motor, which was rotating this way. So then that would start the truck turning in the air, which is what happened at the Indy 500. You could see it start turning in the air because the motor stopped.
And I imagine that wouldn't do a barrel roll as much
Wouldn't
as you'd
do a
want it
barrel
to.
We're just waiting for this to load. This is loading the event, and sometimes it takes a little longer than you might want it to.
Not intentionally barrel.
There we go.
No, it was and it didn't feel like
That
anything,
kind.
but you just sort of stayed in the air long enough that it kept on growing and growing until it became an issue.
It's crazy that you use the brakes in the air to steer the car a little bit.
So it's a nose it down. You could just rum a little bit, or you could hit them all the way.
That's now I have to ask you this. That was 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
God, was it that long ago? It could have been.
I think it's at least 10 around
Might
10
have
years
been
ago.
10 years ago,
If they offered you to do that again, would you do it again? If they
don't
said
know.
we want to break your own record.
Somebody broke the record. Bryce Menzies went out and did a huge jump of like 370,
Jesus.
and then he broke his back trying to go bigger.
And he did that. That was kind of out in the. I think I
in the
saw.
desert.
I've seen the video of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of those risks you take.
And he
I guess.
landed it, and it broke his back.
He landed it, and then he went to try to go even bigger, and he got air under the front, and it backflipped. There's been talk of doing another record. Doing it with Hot Wheels would be ideal because you can, make it look anyway like a toy, right?
Yep.
You could
Yeah.
put, that's what all these all this flying time's been coming into. Get ailerons and elevators on there, and then fly the thing. That would be great. But yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? It's a big jump, so I'm not sure. Have you ever done a 300-foot jump? in
I
Horizon?
think there's this huge jump at the top of the hill. I did right when they were fixing your mic. It's a windmill at the top of a monster
there.
hill with a great run.
There it is.
And yeah, if I try to go there now, I'm in a race. It will probably kick me out and take me back and say, John, and you're already in last place, but you're off track now. Now I'm really in last place.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, I know. He was laughing.
He hit the house.
That's
So
how
we got
that
a
first
lap
hit
race
the
here.
house.
This is going to essentially be our last event of the live stream. So we will wrap it up after this. Just to let people know, if you just arrived, you're going to probably want to watch the VOD of this video. And then keep your eyes peeled for the rest of the really awesome stuff that Hoonigan's going to be doing over the weekend here. If you're in the Vegas area, you've got to come down here and check it out.
Yep.
Come say hi to Tanner. He's going to be walking around. You're going to be able to, to touch the man himself.
Oh my
to
gosh,
God.
that sounds great. There's a,
Sarcasm.
no, we'll
Thank
be,
you, John, for that wonderful intro.
No,
I've done it.
I'll
It's
be at
great.
Odyssey Batteries tomorrow, 10 to 12.
Okay.
And then a couple other places, which you just keep track on social media, will be announcing where things are. But I'm going to be coming over here and seeing what you guys have going on out there quite a bit.
You should definitely come drive something.
Yeah, what do you have?
That would be
What's on the
We
list so
brought
far?
the shark card, so we've got that Miata that we cut down
Yes.
into nothing, and now it's supercharged. It has 270 wheel horsepower.
Why not?
I went for a
It's
ride in
super
it
fun.
earlier. It's awesome.
It's really fun.
It
What's the
just
most-
throws.
What's the most fun machine in the shop right now?
That is.
That is okay, because it
I would
was the
say.
BMW when I was there.
BMW was, and now the BMW has a rear mounted turbo, which doesn't work very well. We put a lot of nitrous on it to remedy that.
Okay.
I think we blew the head gasket, possibly.
Okay.
But it's tired, but it does work. And that's fun.
It's
A
but
rear
shark card-
mounted turbo, like
Yes.
all the way down
all
the
the way in
exhaust.
the back. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
Jesus.
Isn't that
You guys had a
amazing
lot of
that
pipe
the
you
thing
just were
still
trying to
is?
It's
do.
so much piping. And I ran the intercooler piping over the roof.
Yeah, it looks pretty great.
Okay.
It really
Yeah,
does.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It doesn't really work. it built like 5 pounds of boost when I was on the lift, just brake boosting it, and that's all I've gotten to see as the highest number.
Imagine how much air it had to compress to make 5 pounds over that distance.
Yeah, and it's relatively big tubing as well, so
Yeah.
Keeps it cool.
the
though,
volume
right?
of
Is that
it.
the that's the advantage of running it back there, or is it just?
There's,
coolness?
yeah, it was just because. That's what we do, man. That's just Hoonigan. That was garage.
You know,
Well, that
rally
is-
cars.
Go ahead.
Rally cars back in the day, they used to get an advantage from having a big volume intake, and they would run. This was before the turbo, so they would have this big the filter, and then they would have this big volume that the turbo could pull off of really quick without having to pull through the filter, and they would run a pipe all the way to the back, fill the rear bumper with this big aluminum canister, and then all the way back up to the front again.
Wow.
In order to have this like clean, already through the filter air that it could just tap into with instant response.
Wow.
Just to give you some ideas,
Yeah.
If you didn't use the bumper
didn't-
for air intake piping, then
You ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Get
time. It's time that we step up our game on the
Oh,
BMW. We actually have a
Giving
new
you
motor
ideas.
for it ready to go, so
Nice.
we planned on kind of
Right
overdoing
on.
it this weekend.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you guys. Tanner,
Thank
it's
you.
really awesome
Yeah,
to have
great
you.
to see you.
Dan, thanks for hanging
great
out
to
with
see you.
us.
Again,
Suffering, you rock!
It was nice to meet you,
Killed
John.
it. So this has been our awesome live stream from the Hoonigan Yard. Like I said, check out the videos that we're going to be coming up with. Come down here and check out what's going on at SEMA. And we are going to end with our Hoonicorn and Kazi video debut during this show. Everybody, let's get some thumbs up. That's my motto for Forza Horizon 4. Thumbs up, everybody. Thanks for watching. And be sure to check out the rest of our Forza channel and the Hoonigan channel stuff.
Definitely.
It's a new era, baby. Streaming is the thing. So you watch, and we'll be there. All right. Thank you. We'll see you there.
Start your 14-day trial now